Hey guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this makeup look while I get ready. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. This video is about to be so long, so grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a glass of wine, whatever you want to do. Let's just chit chat and get ready. I'm going to talk about tons of different topics, so let's just jump into it. I will link all of the products down below that I'm wearing. It feels so weird to be sitting in front of my vanity. In case you don't know, I rearranged the room that I film in, and so now I'm sitting facing my wardrobe, which I was before, but I used to sit behind my vanity with that in front of me, and I switched it so this is now against the wall and I'm sitting in front of the vanity. And this is the setup that I had when I first started my channel, so it feels weird to be sitting back here again since I haven't in a few years. So I hope that you guys like the new background. Let me know. I think I need something like on the walls somewhere. I also have screws in the walls still. I need to patch and paint, and there's still a lot to do, but I feel like this makes my room more functional, which is just kind of what I was going for. So yeah. If I don't talk about the product that I am using, I will link them either way, all down below. And I did already prep my skin, so now I'm going to go in with foundation. I'm going in with my Laura Mercier foundation. A lot of the products that I'm going to use today are not in my everyday makeup drawer. I'm changing it up. And I'm really excited to pull out products that I haven't really used lately. This is like an everyday type of a thing, this and the NARS, which you guys already know, but a lot of the stuff today is not going to be the stuff that you see me using all the time. Anyway, I asked you guys on Instagram and on the community tab on YouTube what topics you wanted me to cover, what questions you guys had for me, and a lot of you guys wanted updates on the wedding, and we don't really have a lot of updates. I don't even know what to say. We have the big vendors are all booked, and we have a bit of a shorter engagement. We are getting married later this year, and so we're kind of in that holding pattern right now of wondering if our wedding will happen or not. I don't know. Obviously there's no way to know what is going to happen, so we're kind of just taking it day by day. And we haven't really booked anything else just because we don't know. It's just kind of hard to like want to contractually and financially invest in it more if it's not going to happen, just because I don't know. Yeah. So we basically don't have really any wedding updates at the moment. We did end up booking the rest of our big vendors just because we hadn't booked all of them yet, and if it is gonna happen, we obviously had to book them. So we did book them, and the ones that we booked, we can get out of, which obviously that is something that we wanted to make sure that we were not like locking in and going to lose more money if we do end up having to cancel. So that's kind of like the only update I have, which is not really an update, just because we haven't, I don't know, we have not really done much. So if it is going to happen, we probably need to get a move on, because we still don't have, I think the only things that we've booked are venue. So we have our date and our venue, our photographer, videographer, food, and DJ. We don't have flowers, which we're not that worried about. We don't have a baker, dessert, whatever. Which we're not even sure what we want to do for that. I think that we might do something besides a cake. We've thought about doing a dessert bar. I don't know, neither of us are really cake people, so we're trying to figure that out. And then I'm trying to think of like the other big things that you're supposed to have. We haven't figured out decor really at all. Like, we know what we want, but we have no idea what we're gonna do for them. And we just got our save the dates in the mail last week, and I'm waiting for our stamps to be delivered because obviously we could not go to the post office to buy. I mean, I guess we could, but we're not really going out except to the grocery store, so we ended up buying the stamps online. So we're waiting for those to be delivered so that we can finally send out our save the dates. But yeah, we don't really have that much of an update. By no means was I planning on turning my channel into like a wedding channel at all, but I was planning on doing like some wedding videos. Honestly, I was planning on doing way more content than what I'm putting out right now. And I just haven't. So yeah, I was hoping to do like a bunch of wedding videos, which I still will, because I still have a lot of tips of like things that we have done, even just like through what we've planned so far, and then what we're planning on doing for decor and stuff. So I guess as long as we still have a wedding, then I obviously will share those tips and all of that with you guys. I guess I just don't really know when that will be. So yeah, that's kind of the non-wedding update. I'm using the Kylie bronzer. So that was that. A lot of you guys asked how I am, which is so sweet. I would love to know how you are. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're handling this, how you are mentally, what you're doing to like practice self-care. Let me know all of that down below. I am personally doing okay. I'm on like an emotional roller coaster. So I think that, and I've read quite a few articles saying that this feeling of like lack of motivation and all of that is mourning. And I was like, that is really true. So I feel like the first thing in my life that got canceled was going to New York to meet my new baby nephew. I only have one sister. She just had her second baby, and he's now he's like a month and a half old, and I have not met him, which is just like really heartbreaking. So that was really hard. I also just don't get to see my sister as much as I would want to, and so I saw her at Christmas, and so I was supposed to see her like the middle of March. So that part has been really hard, and I feel like the first thing I was like mourning, I guess, was that. And then now next week we are supposed to go to Lake Tahoe with my best friend and her husband, and that got canceled. And so it's like, first I was mourning like the travel aspect of everything, and then now it's kind of like I really miss my family. Not seeing them is so weird. I see my mom at least once a week, and so I haven't really seen her in over a month, which is outrageous. And then of course just the wedding. Adam and I are both in our 30s. We've waited a long time to like find each other and plan a wedding and all of that, and so now I guess the thought of that being canceled is just like another thing. I doubt we will be able to go on a honeymoon this year. And so it kind of feels like I'm mourning the life plans that I thought were going to happen. That being said, I obviously know there are much more devastating things going on in the world, but I think when all of this first happened, I wasn't allowing myself to have feelings about any of it for my life and how it was impacting me. And it's just not healthy. Everyone's feelings are valid. And so if you are feeling that way, it is okay, but you still have to deal with it and like go through processing all of this however you're processing it. And I'm sure that this looks a little bit harsh, but I will blend it back out. It is the Buxom blush. I think after giving myself permission to actually feel how I feel and not feel guilty about that, I was able to kind of process everything and have been doing better mentally since then. I will say though, I was thinking I'm gonna push out tons of content, I'm gonna film all the videos, I'm gonna do, you know, all of the things, and I definitely haven't done as much as I was expecting to. And I think that's a combination of one, my jewelry business with Mercier has definitely suffered from this, and so I've been pouring a ton of energy into that, trying to keep it going while this is going on, and that has just taken a lot of time and energy and like creative emotional energy. And then I also just think that some days I don't have the same amount of motivation that I normally have. And so I haven't been able to get myself to just like think of things to film and just ideas and all of that. So I am finally feeling a little bit more out of my rut. So I'm really excited because I'm filming this video obviously right now, and then I'm going to be filming my nail polish video after I'm done filming this. And I have quite a few videos like halfway filmed. So I have a vlog that I'm in the middle of filming. It's a week in my life. We're filming the cook with us video. I have an organizational video. I filmed the whole rearranging of this room, so that video is like halfway done. So I do have a lot of content that is like halfway done. So I'm hoping to start pushing out way more content. I just placed an order today for another try-on haul, so there will be content coming, which I am happy and relieved about. I'm trying to decide which eyeshadow palette I want to use. I'm having a hard time deciding. Okay, I have a bunch of palettes from Alter Ego, and I definitely have swatched a couple of them, but I don't know if I've actually used any of them. You guys would probably know better than I would know. Maybe I've used one of them. I'm not sure, but I have the Goddess palette, Sahara palette, Aurora palette, and the Daydream palette. They sent me all of these, and I have them in my drawer to try. I just never have. So I think I'm gonna go in with the Daydream palette today. But I might use a shimmer from a different palette on my lid because these are like really chunky shimmers. Okay, I can't remember what I was saying, but hopefully I finished that topic. Quite a few people asking when the next Amazon video is coming soon. I am collecting products. I have quite a few, but I do want to round it out with a couple more, so that will be coming soon. Okay, a lot of people were also saying that they are new here and were wondering what I did before YouTube and then what Adam does. And so I'll just give you the very quick rundown of my career. I went to school in LA. I went to the Fashion Institute. I graduated. I worked at BCBG Corporate, and then I moved back to Michigan. I worked as a marketing director for a wedding video startup, and then I took over that company and I ran it for like four or 5 years. And then after that, I did brand consulting. I went off on my own and did brand consulting and helped brands with everything from social media to marketing to branding to just every single thing you could think of. And I did that while I was building up my jewelry business with Mercier and my YouTube. So that is kind of what I did before, and now I do my YouTube and jewelry business full-time. And then Adam is an architect. So he works for a local firm, and that's what he studied. He knew what he wanted to do when he was a kid, and that is what he ended up doing. I feel like that's so rare. Let me know down below if you are in the field that you wanted to do or that you studied. I feel like it's so rare these days to actually be doing what you like originally wanted to do. And then I've also gotten so many questions on business. So talking about the business channel I talked about towards the end of last year, honestly, I'm disappointed in myself, but also trying to give myself some grace because I wanted to have that channel up and running at the end of last year, and then I just never had it done. I think I have like 5 videos done for it, and then I edited them and then looked at them again like a month after the fact and just deleted all of them because I felt like they weren't good enough. So I've gone back and forth of like how to do it, and then I've just been building up this channel and also my jewelry business, and that takes up so much time. Like I work basically from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed, and so it's really hard, especially obviously I'm engaged, we're planning a wedding, I have a relationship that I need to nurture and take care of, and then I'm running 2 businesses. So it's been a lot to think that I would also have time to build another YouTube channel. I think I was being unrealistic when I first started thinking of doing it, and I actually, once everything levels back out, I'm going to get an assistant because I actually was going to get one before all of this happened, and then obviously this has hit everyone very hard, and I obviously can't like meet somebody. I want someone to help with like shipping and logistical stuff here. So I don't know. I eventually, hopefully later this year, will have an assistant, and then I will be able to spend way more time on the things that I want to be doing, like pushing out more content and creating business resources for you guys, because working for yourself is just like, for me personally, the dream. So I would love to help any of you who are also interested in doing that in any way that I can. So I'm definitely not giving up on that channel. I still want to do it. I have tons of ideas. I have a notebook with just like a list of ideas of videos that I want to do for that channel. So I definitely am still planning on doing it. I just need to figure out how to film, how to have time to put towards it, and also be putting content out on this channel and building my jewelry business up. And then quite a few of you were interested in just like the inspiration behind starting with Lovesare, and this is like the most random thing ever, but one night, gosh, I don't even know how long ago it was now, but I was sleeping. I woke up out of a dead sleep one night and just like sat up, and I was like, I need to make bracelets. I don't know why, but I've just always loved to wear a lot of bracelets. Like if you scroll back, which I don't recommend you doing, but if you scroll back on my Instagram, like way back, a lot of my photos are literally of just like my forearm with all of my bracelets on. So I was like, I need to make bracelets. That's just, if I want the stuff I want to wear, I have to make it. And so I ordered supplies, and I wanted to just test if I liked it. I didn't even order supplies. I think I went to Michael's or Joann's and bought a bunch of supplies, and I just tested out if I liked it, and, you know, did research on it. And then I ended up launching it, and it was just bracelets for a very long time. It really wasn't until more recently that it became more than just bracelets. And I'm so happy with the direction of it. I love it. It's such a fun thing for me to work on, which I think it's so important to enjoy what you do and just, I don't know, have fun with it, because if you're not having fun, what is the point? So that was kind of the inspiration. It was just like literally a dream in the middle of the night, feeling like I needed to do something like that. And honestly, it's like the best creative outlet, which I don't necessarily need another creative outlet at the moment, because YouTube is definitely one, but it's one of those things that I can make a bracelet, pack it up in an order, and then be done with it and like call it a day. And I don't have that with really anything else that I do. Everything I do is like ongoing things. I can film, edit, and upload a video, but like, I don't know, there's just something about creating a new product and having that product go out into the world, and then having people, you know, tell you if they like it or if they hate it. Hopefully they don't. So yeah, that was kind of, it was something that just really spoke to me, and I jumped on that opportunity. I think a lot of people want to start businesses and don't know what they want to do, so they just like find something to do, and I think that's such a bad approach, because if you don't like it, it's too much work to be worth it if you aren't passionate about it. Okay, I am swatching some of these, and they actually aren't super glittery. They really look like they are, but the actual glitter is not really coming up. Okay, that one is glittery. Whoa. These three aren't really. This one is very chunky. So at some point in the not too distant future, I really hope that I have that second channel up and running, so that I can help you guys in any way that I possibly can if your dream is to start a business. There's just been so many lessons that I've learned from running the wedding video business, and then obviously running my jewelry business, and now YouTube as well. They're so vastly different, but there's some things that are just the same with every single business. And I think that I have made a lot of mistakes that I think you could learn from. And there's a lot of things that have helped me that I would love to share. So yeah, that is that. Hopefully it will happen in the nearish future. I'm gonna try and get back to like writing all of the ideas down and fleshing them out so that I can get those videos up sooner rather than later. Okay, lots of honeymoon questions too, like if we've planned it. We have not. Obviously I'm not sure that we will be able to go on our honeymoon this year, so we're trying not to get like too invested in the idea or like being set on it. We're not going to book anything yet because obviously we just don't know. So fingers crossed we can go on one sooner rather than later. But yeah, we don't have it planned out yet. We have some ideas of places we would want to go, but honestly now it's going to depend on what time of the year we end up going, just because I don't know when that will be. Okay, let's talk about 75 Hard. So if you guys saw, I did, I think 3 videos on it. I did one like kind of towards the beginning, I did a midway check-in, and then I did my video once I finished it, which I finished on April 8th was the last day, so 2 weeks ago. And it's crazy. It honestly is crazy how quickly your mind and body adapt to things. So while I was doing it, I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to do this forever. I feel so good. I have so much more energy. Like my skin is clearer. I just am more focused, and all of these amazing byproducts came from doing it, and I've kept up most of them. So I'm not tracking my water to a T, but I am drinking at least almost a gallon. I think, so the gallon is 128 ounces. I'm drinking probably at least 114 per day. So the way that my cups are, I can have those, and then I usually had like a half a glass of sparkling water or something else at night. And so now I still have that, but anyway, I'm probably drinking about that. I might be missing 14 ounces a day at the most, but yeah, the water I've basically kept up with. I've had a couple of cheat meals. So I finished on Wednesday, so Thursday was the first day I could do something different, and I didn't. I did exactly the same thing. And then I think on Friday I had a drink, and I woke up with a headache. I had one drink, I had one cider, woke up with a headache. I was like, oh my gosh, like you've got to be kidding me. And so that was all I had. And then on the following weekend, so this past weekend, I had a drink and I got a headache. So I think that my body is like not down with me drinking right now. I don't know if your body just builds up some sort of like intolerance to it, which I already thought that my body was intolerant to it. So this is kind of just reiterating that, like not having it, my body was like, yeah, do that. And then now it's not happy. And I don't drink a ton in the first place, so it's not like the biggest deal, but I would like to be able to have a couple of drinks, and yeah, that's kind of difficult at the moment. So that is kind of a bummer. We have made a couple of meals. One of the biggest cravings I had was this mac and cheese from a restaurant, and we're not even getting carry out or anything right now, so we didn't get it. So we decided to try to recreate it, and I ate it. And it's like mac and cheese with like a Ritz cracker crumble. It's in the Cook With Us video that will be coming out in probably like a week from now. And it has just like mushrooms and peppers and steak on top with like fried onion strings. Like it's a decadent mac and cheese, but as soon as I finished eating it, I was like, wow, I don't miss this feeling of feeling so full and like heavy. So that has been interesting. I definitely feel way better when I'm eating on the plan that I had set for 75 Hard. So I basically stuck with that. I've had a couple of drinks and then a couple of meals that didn't comply with that, with the diet that I specifically set, which is not like, that's life. So I feel overall, I feel good. I feel like I need to get a little bit more strict about staying on the diet because I just feel so much better when I'm on it. So that's kind of like the one thing that I feel like I need to kick myself into gear for. I have worked out every single day since stopping it, but it has been, the weather's been like complete roller coaster. So when it's nice out, we spend a ton of time outside. We go for a bike ride, we go for a walk. And then I also have been doing regular workouts, and now like it snowed yesterday, so we didn't go out. So it's kind of like, I don't know. We're definitely not getting out as much as I wish that we were. I want to get back into working out at least an hour every day, I guess. Right now I am doing a minimum of 30 minutes, which most days I do at least 45, sometimes an hour, but I want to get back into doing an hour every day, whether that's split into, you know, 30 minutes outside, 30 minutes inside, or whatever that is. But for now, I feel like that's not bad. I have worked out every single day since January 24th, so I feel like that's like pretty good. Okay, I just did like a little baby wing off camera. I cannot do winged liner if I'm not like inside of my mirror looking at it. Okay, I'm looking on the community tab, and you guys, somebody asked, will you guys have a live stream wedding? I don't know if that's being asked because of everything that's going on, or just in general, if people like live stream their weddings. We will not be doing that. I mean, I guess if we had to cancel and did something tiny, maybe we would live stream it for just like our family, but that's not the plan, obviously, right now. So I guess we'll see. We do have a videographer, so I'll share our wedding video once we get it back. So you guys will see that, but we're not gonna live stream like for the world. Oh, okay, so one girl said, she was asking actually about the business channel, and then she said, I wish you would do like an out of your comfort zone look, nothing too crazy that would make you feel uncomfortable, just something different and not your go-to beauty look, especially your eye makeup. I would love to see that and try it on my own. Hopefully this look is what you were looking for. I don't wear eyeshadow on a daily basis, so something like this, I love it. I just don't do it all the time. Okay. Somebody said, I love your jewelry. The gold hoops are my everyday favorite, which is amazing. I love the gold hoops. I wear them a ton. And then what is the future for your jewelry line? I have so many plans. I am definitely wanting to expand it even more. I have more earrings that are going to be launching probably next week, actually. I'm growing my subscription box, which is really fun. That is just like such a fun little surprise to put in the mail for people. And then I don't know. When I first started, my like big goal was to get into Francesca's, because I feel like that's a store that, especially with like all of my first stuff, I think was would be like really on brand for them. So I still think it'd be really cool to have like my wrap bracelets in a store like that, because the wrap bracelets I feel like are different. I'm actually trying to think of like another company that does a wrap bracelet that's like mine, that's a stretchy one. I know Victoria Emerson is like growing in popularity very quickly with bloggers because they do a ton of sponsored content, and they have wrap bracelets, but they're not stretchy. So yeah, I mean, I think that would be really cool. It's just such a different product that I think it'd be fun to have that in a store. I don't know. Right now, I personally don't have the capacity to create that much jewelry because I make everything by myself. I think at that point I would need a team to be like manufacturing jewelry and all of that. So I personally do not have the capacity for that. So I don't know what the long-term future is. I do think that by the end of the year I will have someone else working on my team that will be helping with shipping and just random stuff like creating thumbnails. I don't want somebody to edit my videos or be sitting here while I film, because I feel like that'd be so awkward. But having someone be able to like make my thumbnails, do my social media, and just take over some of those tasks that I don't have to have my hands in, would really help me be able to grow and service more people and create more products so that I would have way more products on the site at all times. Okay, lots of you guys are asking about questions about Adam. So I'm just going to briefly give you a little rundown. We actually did a video together answering your guys' questions, and I'm trying to remember when that was, but we met on Hinge, which is a dating app if you are in the online dating world. I don't know how else people meet each other, especially when you're in your 30s. I work from home. He works at a decently small company. Like, he's not working at one of those huge corporations that there's hundreds of people and you would meet someone there. And then all of our friends are married and have kids, so we're not meeting through friends. So yeah, we met online on Hinge, and we actually grew up pretty close to each other. So our parents live in the same area, and he actually went to the high school that I should have gone to, but I went to a different high school instead. Yeah, so we know a lot of the same people and grew up in the same area and never knew each other. And now we live like 45 minutes to an hour from where we grew up. So definitely weird. But yeah, that is how we met. He moved in last June, and then we got engaged in February. Okay, I am really liking this eyeshadow look, the way that it's coming together. I got a little bit of mascara up there, but I will clean that up. Okay, the other thing is trying to figure out what products I'm going to use before actually filming, because all of my makeup is behind me. All right, I'm going in with Dolly Danger for my lip liner. And then with my Marc Jacobs, what is this in one, it's like One Mauve Time. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Stunner in my inner corner. And then I'm just gonna do a quick second coat of mascara. What are you guys watching right now? We started watching The Americans, which is on Amazon Prime, I think. And Adam had already seen some of it. He hasn't seen all of it. I don't think we are on season 2. And I think he's still seen up to the point that we're watching right now. I really like it, but we're like kind of out of TV shows right now. So I would love to know what you guys are watching. We're also watching the last season of Schitt's Creek, which is just the funniest show. I love that show. I'm so sad that it's over. So I feel like we're trying to like savor the last couple of episodes so that we don't go through them too quickly. But yeah, I would love to know what you guys are watching. Ooh, we watched a movie, what was it called? Oh, Molly's Game. And it was about this woman, Molly Bloom, who was an Olympian. She was a skier, and then her life like took a turn, and she ended up being like the biggest private poker, underground poker like game leader. I'm not explaining that correctly. And her life was just insane. So it was a really good movie. It was based on a true story, and it was so fascinating. It's crazy how people's lives are so different from your life. Like, I can't imagine any part about that life being my life. All right, guys, this is the finished look. If you are still here, you have been here for a very long time. I hope that this was entertaining and you enjoyed hanging out with me while I got ready. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give me some video ideas that you guys want to see down below in the comments, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.